back with another episode of the Diamond Download. What's going on? What's going on? Chase, how you feeling, man?
I'm doing well, thanks. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How was your Memorial Day? What'd you guys do over there on the West Coast?
Yeah, what do we do? Played some pickleball yesterday. Can remember that. Had some family over, some friends over. Kind of just did a lot of hanging out, a lot of walks, a lot of time outside. It was nice. It was chill though. What about yourself?
Is your place like the go-to, like family comes over place?
Yeah, I'd say like on my wife's side, it's about half. We kind of split between mine and her parents, and then on my family and my friends, my house is definitely the go-to.
That's sick. Do you like that?
I do because with the girls, they have all their stuff. They're kind of comfortable. The little one takes naps, so we kind of get to hang out with friends. The girls are in their space. They've got their toys, their snacks. You don't have to pack up a bunch of bags. It's easy. It's nice. We like that.
It's definitely good with kids, but like that's like something I've always kind of wanted. Like I'm upgrading my okay, so I had family over here in Miami for Christmas. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah. Your mom and your brother, right?
My mom, my brother, and my uncle all came down.
Okay.
Um, and it was like in this apartment. This is not a big apartment, bro. Like it's a one bed, one bath, and it's like there's not much room. You know what I mean? And like I'm upgrading soon to another building, and it's like penthouse level. It's not called a penthouse, but it's like top floor, sick view. It's like 1,500 square feet, and I'm thinking like it's two bed, two bath too. And I'm thinking like, man, like this is like I could be the host. Like I've always loved the idea of like being a host and like inviting everyone over and they get to be in my house and you know what I mean. Like I think that's cool.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. Interesting. I was over the weekend. I actually forgot about this till right now. Nick and I went to this like entrepreneurship meetup. This guy named Charlie. He's a big YouTuber. I think he has like
Charlie
over.
Morgan.
Was that?
Charlie Morgan.
His last name is Chang, I think Charlie Chang.
Oh,
He's got maybe like 1.1 or I don't know, over a million YouTube subs, Charlie, and he has this like penthouse. But he's got 1.1 million YouTube subs. Really cool guy. He owns a bunch of smaller channels too that he's starting. Like he's like five or six other channels that have anywhere from like 5K to 50K. But he had like a meetup at his house on Saturday night, and he had like it was a 25 floor building. He was on 25. He had the corner unit. He had almost like I guess like a wraparound, patio kind of deck balcony. I think it was a two bedroom. It was sweet, and he had probably 40, 50, 60 people there. And dude, just looking at like the parking garage there of like all the cars, it was like Lambo, G-Wagon, Ferrari, Rolls, Bentley. Like it was just insane some of the cars these people were driving.
that's sick. By the way, I just realized my mic wasn't working the entire time, so I'm going MacBook mic. Anyway, bro, let's hop into this. I got some interesting topics. So, the first one, okay. So the topic is, are you still bullish on AI? And the reason I ask this is because like every time there's like some sort of like really cool tech that enters the marketplace, all the smart people talk about how great it is. Like, so I can't remember who was like, bro. Everyone went nuts over Web3. Everyone thought Web3 was going to be the future. Haven't heard a peep out of that in about 2 years. And then AI comes through, and I believe it was Dharmesh from HubSpot who said that like AI was going to change everything and how like this is like the future. And I know it's only been like a year and a bit, maybe a year and a half since ChatGPT has come out. But like I still haven't seen anything that insane. You would think that it would evolve really fast, but like what do you think? Do you ever use AI or like do you still feel the hype? Because I don't feel it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's interesting. I definitely feel it. I also run like an AI page, and we get a lot of action and a lot of comments, a lot of engagement there. So I'm seeing like all the tools coming out. Plus, all these AI companies have money, so they're always hitting us up to sponsor. So maybe I'm a little biased and kind of selfishly thinking it's still hyped, but I use it. Like, there's a tool coming up and be promoting on how to take like these long form videos that we're doing and create like really nice clips for shorts. It's like that's pretty cool and interesting. I use ChatGPT quite a bit for writing, for editing, for formatting. Um, right before I hopped on this podcast on this Riverside link, there was some kind of AI that if you can record your voice, they'll take the thing. You can have it just by typing something. It seemed like do like the intro, outro. You can do like a sponsored ad through it. So, I mean, dude, if I don't have to like record sponsored ads or intros or outros, and they already have my voice over, the dozens or the hundreds of hours that we've done on this, and they can create cool stuff, that's really cool. So I think some of these use cases that just save me a little bit of time and some money are really cool and interesting.
That's actually super interesting. I didn't know it was a thing. Are you like so you're still in this world? Like some of the companies that you're pumping now, like what are they doing? Is there anyone that you think is like particularly interesting?
Yeah, I mean, there's one called Gamma, which is like uh, trying to replace like PowerPoint, where they basically like you can type certain things and answer a couple questions, and they can generate like nice looking presentations. And they've also rolled out to like documents as well as like websites. Like you could build websites pretty easily. I think that's pretty cool. The one that I'm about to be promoting is called Munch. That's the one that takes like long form videos and turns them into shorts. I think that's pretty cool. There was like one I promoted today on LinkedIn called Copy Leaks, which will basically review your copy to let you know if it's plagiarized or if you're actually reading sources that were AI written. So basically, like say for example, you're online, you're reading, some kind of blog on copywriting. This tool or this plugin will basically say, hey, don't trust this source. It was all generated with AI. Or hey, this source is, written by, Mason or Chase or whoever, and they have a lot of experience. So there's just really cool tools out there that can like detect it, help with plagiarism, help making sure your content isn't like being ripped left and right. Like I gotta imagine like your videos, your posts, my content, we're just getting ripped left and right. Like this tools and these tools will help identify it. Just kind of how like on YouTube, like if someone rips your video, YouTube will let you know, hey, do you want to take down this video that they copied you? So I think there's some really cool tools around doing things like that on the web. Another one example could be like, I know you pay that guy Aube or whatever his name is to help with the pirates. Maybe there's like
Mhm.
an AI version where it's like anyone that's pirating you through AI, you can send them a cease and desist. So I think AI is definitely interesting and way better than Web3 and NFTs and all that shit.
Yeah. No, Web3 was kind of a flop.
What are
Um,
your thoughts on AI? I know obviously as a copywriter you have specific thoughts, but what are your thoughts, I guess, in general?
I'm just surprised at how little I've used it, and when I do, I'm just really underwhelmed by it. I think like there are certain tools that are really cool, but unless you're like a prompt engineer, I haven't really like had a ton of like moments where I'm like, whoa. Like I tried Grok, like Twitter's thing.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
It was whack.
yeah, there's like normal mode and then like crazy mode or nutty
Yeah,
mode
fun
or
mode or
something like
whatever.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fun, yeah, that's what, yeah, fun mode. And fun mode is just like mean. Like it's just like like I'll ask it a question. It'll be like, "Here's your answer to this question. Why are you asking this? You must be 3 IQ or something." I'm like, dude, what? Like it's mean. Like it'll like
Dang.
roast you low key.
Dang, that's
And
crazy.
and also a lot of people are like kind of pissed at like Google's new thing, like how they have like the AI search results. I think like a lot of SEO guys are kind of like pissed at that. Like a lot of people that make a lot of money off like content sites are
Yeah.
pissed that Google is kind of just like stealing the top rank. I don't really have an opinion on that because like I'm really more of a user than a creator on Google. Like I'd rather get the information right away. I don't want to read your shitty site and get bombarded with ads. You know what I mean? Like providing nothing. So, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a grandpa. Like, is there anything that you think like I could probably use? Like,
Maybe. So like one thing I was just thinking about right now is like for a buddy's wedding a couple months ago, like I went to ChatGPT and said, "Hey, this is the address of the wedding. I want to stay at a four or better star hotel, so 4 or 5 star hotel, that's within, 3 miles or within 5 miles of this address. So like, sort for me like the closest to the farthest, and then give me like the links, give me the pricing. So, pretty quickly and easily, like with 1 or 2 sentences, I was able to book a hotel that I found in 30 seconds based off a prompt. Like I wanted to be somewhere within, 3 to 5 miles. I wanted to be at a 4 or 5 star hotel, and I wanted to sort it. So that was really cool. And then literally right before this, we're trying to plan a buddy's bachelor party, and he wants to do like a big golf trip plus some nightlife, and he wants to do it either in Canada, the U.S., or Mexico. So we were basically saying like, hey, give us golf courses, give us nightlife, rank it. So it's saying, hey, Las Vegas, Nevada, you can play Shadow Creek, TPC Summerlin, or Wynn Golf Club. There's tons of casinos and clubs like Omnia, Hakkasan, other entertainment shows. So it just gave us like the list of like all the courses we'd want to play, all the nightlifes we want to play to, and just all the destinations. It gave us like Miami, Florida, Scottsdale, Arizona, Cabo. Gave us places in Canada. So it was just kind of cool for us to, versus to going to Google and looking for the top 50 courses and then trying to find locations. It gave us like the top 7 places that we might want to go based off the criteria. So like what I think about Google, it's like you're getting results based off someone that wrote an article yesterday, a year ago, 5 years ago, right? And for some things like maybe research, maybe that's still legitimate. But for certain things like this, being able to give a specific answer or a specific question that gives you a specific answer for the problem that you're looking for, that has been really useful for me. So I don't know if you're trying to plan a trip or you want to say, hey, I want to buy my chick, something in this budget from one of these stores. Give me some recommendations. Maybe it would give it to you.
Interesting. Yeah, maybe I haven't gotten specific enough with it because I just don't really have faith in it. I just rely on people a lot more. Um,
Yeah.
that's my ChatGPT. I have a version of ChatGPT whenever I'm looking for like a really cool restaurant or a club or something like that. His name's Arel.
That's sick.
And I have a ChatGPT for when I need some sort of jewelry recommendation or something like that.
You have like your own concierge, I guess. People that are experts that you trust.
Yeah, maybe I'll turn one day. But like I've always been a bit of a late adopter. Like I still barely have any crypto. Actually, dude, did you see my Instagram went down over the weekend?
I did, but I wasn't sure what the problem was. I thought Instagram was down because I was like, I think you were on a boat or something. So I was like watching this story, and then I saw there was like another story, and I went to go click on it, and it just like disappeared. I'm like, what the heck? I could find your other one, but I couldn't find that one. It was like so weird. What happened?
Yeah, someone like paid to take me down, and I'm in the middle of trying to figure out who it was, but I had to pay a lot of money in crypto, which is why I've talked about crypto. I had to
Interesting.
sending fucking racks worth of Ethereum to this kid in India who's trying to figure it out for me. But we got it back. We're good now.
You know, Blake, like Mr. 4 to 8.
Yep, I remember when he got banned too. It was
Same
bad.
thing happened. He was able to figure out who it was. He never disclosed who it was, but he was able to figure out who it was. It
I'm
has to
not
be
just
one of his
gonna disclose it
competitors.
on you.
Was that?
I will be sending a very scary letter with a very big number attached to it.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's got to be a competitor. It's got to be one of his competitors that did to him. It's got to be one of your competitors that did to you. Otherwise, like, why would you do that? Did they take down your personal or your copywriting one, like your business one?
It was Cardinal Mace.
Got it.
I wouldn't really care if they took down my personal. Like that would kind of suck, but it's like that doesn't fuck up the bag at all. Like I don't make
Yeah.
money off my personal Instagram. I make money off Cardinal Mace. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
talk.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Whew.
Yeah. Um, hopefully that won't happen again. But that was, dude. As soon as we find out, oh man, it's gonna be a payday. It's gonna be a big, nice, fat payday. It's gonna be very nice. Okay. Next topic. Speaking of paydays, dude, have you talked to anybody regarding um, TikTok Shop? Have you like heard of it at all?
Yeah. Yeah. So Shaq's brand Breeze is crushing it through TikTok Shop. So I think what he was saying is they have a bunch of affiliates on it. I don't know. I don't know how it works, like if they can run ads or if they're doing it themselves, but I know they have a ton of affiliates, and I think this month they're like on pace to do like 1.5 to $2 million in revenue, and a lot of
Mhm.
that's coming from TikTok Shop. And then I was at this event that I was telling you about this weekend, and one of the guy's girlfriends was doing TikTok Shop, and another girl was talking about it. So I know about it high level. I've seen kind of people around us flexing some great numbers, but I don't know. I've never done it. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how it works. What do you got?
It is truly one of the most insane make money online opportunities right now. And I know this is blasphemous for me to say because I am a copywriter and I teach copywriting. But my friend Jimmy Farley, you know Jimmy Farley?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He has a program right now for TikTok Shop. And dude, the brands that he's affiliated with that are on TikTok Shop are all doing minimum 7 figures a month. There's no one that's doing less than that right now. Some big brands that are going to be like exitable in like three
Wow.
years. And the people that are making videos for these brands are printing cash, bro. It
How does
is
it work?
absolutely absurd. So you get an account, right? That
Okay.
is like it's like it'd be like Chase's, supplement review or something like that.
Okay.
You would become an affiliate for one of their brands. Like Jimmy's brand is Top Shelf, right?
Okay.
That's the one that he's like most public with because he owns it with Rob. and they would give you the supplements, and you'd be like, and you would just make a video, like kind of selling it. It's like kind of like a little mini VSL, but it's very visual. You don't have to use your face if you don't want to, but some people do. And you basically just make a video talking about like, this is the most insane product I've ever tried. Like, it's gotten me this result. If you want to use my affiliate link, it's, it's up in my profile, and I get a little commission. So like, if you're down to support, then I think you get a discount too.
Oh, that's how it works. So you direct people to your link. Can you only have one link?
Well, it's like it's a product in your TikTok shop, so it's a button. It's not like a link. It's not
Got
like
it, got it, got it.
streamline.
Got
It's
it.
on TikTok, and so you can buy it on TikTok. And a lot of these creators are getting paid out like 30 to sometimes 60% of the sale, because these companies don't have to run ads. Like they're just paying what they would have paid in ads or on a ROAS or something like that, or on ad spend to these creators. And I remember the first person I'd met who made real money. Her name's Sydney. She was in Jimmy's program, and she was literally taking home like $150,000 a month profit from TikTok Shop after like a few good videos. Like you'll have a video run, right? Like not everyone's doing crazy numbers,
Yeah.
but like
Dude,
there's most
insane.
people are between like 8 and like maybe 20K a month, which is still great. But if you're really persistent with videos and you have a couple that really just pop, like you get lucky with a viral video, bro, you're gonna have a couple months in a row where you're making six figures or close profit.
Dude, insane. Can you do this for like courses or services, or it has to be physical products?
Only like ecom brands right now. I
Only
don't know
ecom.
anybody else who's doing like, you have like the series thing. You've seen that on TikTok?
Serious?
The series is like, it's like I don't know why they call it series, but basically it's like, yeah, you sell little mini courses or something like that.
Oh, I haven't
Some
seen
people,
that. Bro, I
some
haven't
people,
logged on TikTok probably in 2 years.
yeah. but yeah, dude, TikTok Shop, it just seems like, for on the brand side, it seems like really the only way that a lot of brands are like profitably growing these days. And
Interesting.
on the creator side, it's just absurd, bro. Like, and I'll give you another one. Another one of Jimmy's guys. Um, I think it was like his first month he made 50K, and the next month, his second month was 120. This random 27-year-old who used to be like a pizza delivery driver or something like that. Like,
Crazy.
absolutely crazy. And the interesting thing about the way like his business model works is kind of like mine, but it's just a little bit. It's easier because he needs less brands. Okay, so he brings people in, he trains them on how to like make the videos like that,
Okay.
and he like will give them an affiliate gig. Like you don't have to go and do outreach. He doesn't teach outreach because he has brands that will like they need creators, and they'll take as many as they want. It's not like you just need one like with a copywriter.
No, like the more the merrier.
Yeah, they'll take some of these brands have like hundreds of creators,
And
and
all their
like
cost is just shipping product and then obviously whatever the cut is of the sale.
sometimes they have like retainers for them too. Like some of the really good creators will get 1,000 flat and then 30 or 40, 50%.
Got it.
And then I think they also have to pay Jimmy for but like, dude,
The brands
it
do or the creators
the
do?
brands will pay Jimmy for the creators. Yeah,
Dude, yeah, he's like a marketplace. He's monetizing the brands and the creators. That's genius.
it's insane. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting the way that he's running that and the opportunity of TikTok Shop. I don't think there's anything like it right now. There's a lot of copywriting gurus that are swaying from TikTok Shop, or swaying from copywriting and going to TikTok Shop. Stefan Georgi right now
I, s-
is
I saw
is
that program that he's
yeah,
running.
starting to grip some TikTok Shop with no
How
sense.
do I access? Interesting. How long? How's it? Oh, so it's been around a while. It's been around since September. It looks like.
Yeah,
Interesting.
um, yeah,
Being
very.
early is so important. It's like
Oh, dude,
AI is
crazy.
cool. Do AI, but go do AI plus TikTok Shop. Nice. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
We'll check it out more.
Yeah, I mean, it might be interesting to write about. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of people are doing really well with it. It's just like insane. I don't. It's like almost like e-commerce back in like 2017, 2016.
Yeah, I've
Crazy,
got dreams of being like a golf influencer, so maybe I'll just go start slinging some golf products.
dude. Do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sick.
making just a couple 100K a year. All right, man. You ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Last one was just a LinkedIn biz update. I'm just curious how things are going. I'm working on the ghostwriting thing right now. I told you about how last week I had a couple people or a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
people
yeah.
have requests in. Which
Yeah, have you got the content back?
I'm looking through it as we speak. I think we're gonna be, I think we're gonna be in a good spot. But I'm curious how things are going on your end. What are
Good.
you working on these days?
Um, on the LinkedIn stuff, like, I'm trying to just keep hiring people and get more, um, I guess like influencers in our network. Like right now, we've got a lot of pages that we're engaging from, so I'm trying to get like more influencers in the network for engagement. But things are good, man. They definitely ebb and flow. Like people pause and then they get busy and then they come back. So we're in a month now where like a lot of people are resuming again, which is nice. But it just like ebbs and flows. So we're right about 6 figures a month, and it's going pretty well. So just hiring more, just trying to do more of everything. I need to work on more, I think, education for it, like how to create good content, that type of a thing. I have like this free LinkedIn course that you know about, but most people don't spend the time going through it. So I need to like actually make some videos to teach people, but it's going really well.
I think you should be monetizing your YouTube a little bit better with this thing.
What do you have in mind? I do
I
nothing.
think. Well, I have like you have like the free email marketing course on there. I think you should have a like I think you should kind of start to rebrand a little bit and go make videos on LinkedIn. Like just basically
Okay.
do like the playbook that I've done. Like maybe amp the production quality up a little bit.
Yeah.
Um like you know the free course video I have for copywriting like
Is that the one that
that
has like almost 100,000 views or over 100,000? Is it the
I
one
think
that
it's
you
almost
featured one of my
20,000.
emails?
Yeah,
Yeah,
almost
yeah, yeah,
20,000.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Like you should have one for that, like a full guide to LinkedIn growth. I think I think that would be huge because like dude, you can pump that everywhere and like you need sort of like a sort of like a public VSL, I think would be really cool. Um
I'm down. Yeah, I need to work on that. I think that would be really helpful for the current clients to understand like how to make good content. Because dude, it is wild when people make good content. It just goes crazy. Like this one guy named Edgar, he had quit the program because his content was okay. It was very niche. It wasn't his content was bad. It was very specific and very niche. Like if you're an e-commerce brand for skincare, let's say, do this. So it's just like the subset of users on LinkedIn that are specifically doing e-commerce email marketing for skincare. It's just like it's a long tail search. It's like there's not a lot of people. We're like
mhm.
talking about e-commerce email marketing. That's more interesting. But talking about like email marketing as a whole, that like copywriters, marketers, designers, e-commerce, SaaS, like people could do in general, that's a lot better. Speaking about marketing as a whole, and I think it was in this last week or week and a half in the program. I don't know what got into him. I don't know if he was just like riffing off my profile or kind of copying how we were doing it. He just started posting like some other people's content that had gone viral before. And dude, in the week and a half that he copied other people's content, and he gave him credit. Like he didn't rip him, in a bad way. He was getting hundreds of thousands of impressions. So he basically was like, "Hey, can you unpause, uncancel my plan? I want to stay." And this past month, he did 1 million impressions on LinkedIn. And mind you, before he was doing like 50 to 100,000. So he like 10 to 20x his impressions by just changing his content. He didn't post more often. He didn't do anything crazy. He didn't spend more time. He just changed the content type, and it just crushed.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's nuts. Yeah, it's nuts. And like
Might be
now,
cool to, it might be cool to do like a little case study. Like that would
yeah,
be another thing where it's like, and that could be a PDF or it could be a video or something like that. But I think it would be super cool if you did sort of like a how this guy went from getting 50K impressions a month to 1 million impressions a month in like 30 days or something like that.
yeah. And going back to AI, I need to get the video AI of myself. That way I can just say, hey, Chase AI, go do this work. I don't want to go do it myself. Chase Human doesn't want to go do it. Chase AI, go talk with Edgar on a video call, and you guys film the content. I'll go post it, right? But like there are some tools I think that like in the next 6, 12, 18 months, like could create pretty realistic looking videos. I don't think we're there yet. But I'm so lazy. Like I'm just so lazy to think about the scripts and call these people. But I need to do this, and it'd be easy. Like just leaving every time I talk to him, like Dude, I'm just leaving so much money on the table and then I get mad. Whereas before, I don't really think about it because if I think about it, I get mad and I don't want to have to do it.
Yeah, I know, man, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like you kind of set it and forget it. Like if you do one of these things a month, like one new sales asset, because you kind of really haven't developed anything in a while, and none of that's a bad thing because you're still growing, you're still posting and
Yeah,
stuff like
bro, I
that.
haven't done anything. I'm running
Like,
tweets from like a year ago. Like I haven't done anything. No, so it is bad. It is bad. It's good that we're growing, but it's bad that like we probably could be growing 10x.
yeah, and it's a fairly easy lift. Like it would probably take like 3 to 4 hours total of work,
Yeah.
and then you have like one new thing a month you can like kind of push. Like you know how like a lot of people have like the hype fury thing where it's like they'll have a tweet and if it gets over
Yes.
50 likes and they'll have like the plug under it.
Yes. It's like
Like
automated.
yeah, yeah, that could be like one of the things that you plug for the month where it's like here's the case study or next month is like here's the free course or here the next month is like here's the checklist or something like that. Just like little sales assets that people can like just use as lead magnets and collect and then eventually they'll convert.
Dude, 100%. And by the way, Twitter is coming back this week, like in terms of like impressions. Like I've had like the best week this past week that I've had like in a long time. So like I'm missing out on so many eyeballs by not doing this. Where do I find premium? Have you been posting much this past week or no?
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Almost not at all, no.
Dude, like out of nowhere, like my account is up 700% over the last 7 days.
What? Wait, you're talking about the Chase Diamond account?
Like the ecom Chase Diamond, like my account, like impressions are up 700%.
Oh, here's the anatomy of a high converting landing page.
Yeah, like you see that one that's pinned?
That did really
Bro,
well.
that did 329,000 views. Let's see.
And then
It did
yeah, the
4,000.
table.
Yeah, these other tables, like the table that's today didn't do great, but there was a table um, from yesterday that did 40K. There was another table that did 49K from a day ago.
Are you making these
Uh,
yourself?
no, I'll tell you how after. A different table did like 5,000 bookmarks, 148K impressions. So, dude, things are just like going crazy right now.
Damn, bro. Oh my God, this one got 2,000 likes.
Yeah, bro, so 2,000 likes. Um, it's crazy. Like, I don't know what or why or how, but like, for whatever reason, Twitter is like on one right now.
That's
Um,
crazy.
so more to your point, like, think about how many impressions I could have had on these plugs that I just didn't.
Brutal.
So,
No newsletter, no nothing, man.
no,
Wasted, wasted, wasted. It's all
it's
right.
a waste.
That's the thing. Uh, that's actually I wrote an email about that today about how like once you have spent enough time in the game, you'll understand how things kind of like go like this up and down like a wave.
Yes.
And um, right now, for me, impressions kind of across the board have been kind of low. But I also remember like a month ago when impressions were insane. And I remember a month before that when impressions were kind of not that great.
Yes.
And then I remember a month before that where things were really good again. And I
Yeah.
realized that like all of this stuff, you can always wait it out, and that's almost always the answer. Anytime you're just like being consistent, doing what you need to do, and it just seems like the algorithm is not agreeing with you, or business is kind of slow or something like that, it's always just because you're in that one part of the wave, and it's just the way it is. And so I've become
So
very
true.
patient and very accepting with the way that social media goes and the way the business goes and the way the relationships go, dude. Like it's all the same principle, and it's very freeing to know that like it's not over forever. It's just like a part of the cycle. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's such a good way to put it. I mean, dude, I think so many people take forever, finally see some success, and then just the way the world works is you kind of get a taste of reality. And as soon as they get that reality, they're like, oh my God, I finally got success, now it's done. And then they throw in the towel. So it's like, that's why people have been doing this for so long are winning. Like I've seen Neil Patel getting so much hate lately, but the reason that he is doing so well is because through all the hate, through all the noise, through all the cycles, like he just shows up every day. And you can look at tons and tons of examples of that. It's like, bro, yeah, there's weeks on LinkedIn where I'll do 10 million impressions in a week, and there's other weeks where I'll do like 1.5 million. I'm like, dude, what the heck? Do people hate me? Am I canceled? Like, did some article go live that I don't know about? Like, did I say something that offended someone important? Like, what happened? And then the next week, it's 5 million impressions. and then the next week it's 2, and then the next week it's 8, and it's like, oh my God, like I can't stop the way that things are moving in one direction or the other. I just have to keep moving.
That's so funny how like you think you got canceled.
Yeah,
You're like
I
the
mean, no, I
nicest
mean, like,
person.
yeah,
That's no, but you've said that a couple times. You're like literally the nicest person on the internet. Like I don't know anybody on the internet who uses it as much as you do who is as nice as you. It's crazy.
appreciate that.
But yeah, man, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I feel the same way. And sometimes it'll still get you. Sometimes you'll still feel that like pain in your chest where you're like, Yo, what's happening? What's happening? But it always gets better, like when you
Oh
don't
yeah.
expect.
I mean, dude, even in this like last week we talked, I was like on a high from like this course sale I was doing. I think the first day of the course sale, I was like, damn, no one wants my course. I only had a couple sales. And then, because it was like a 2 day sale. And then the next day, I was like, oh my God, we're so back. Like, we have like 5x to sales today than we did yesterday. And then the last day, I'm like, oh my God, we have 10x to sales. And that's when you caught me on that Tuesday when the sale was ending. I'm like, things are so good. But the first day, I'm like, damn, like, really, no one wants my stuff. Like, what's going on? And then by the end of it, I was on the other side of the roller coaster, like, this is amazing. Like, let's go. And you just have to realize that, like, it takes a couple attempts. People inherently are procrastinators, right? So you announce the sale. Just because you announce the sale doesn't mean they're going to buy it. They're more often not going to buy it before, it ends. They're going to wait till the last minute, see if something comes up. They're going to forget about it, and they're going to buy it right to the end. And then I remember that every single time I do this, every 6 to 12 months, the same thing happens. But like it feels the weight of it every single time. So it's interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's so important for people to know that like you've been doing this for almost a decade, and you still feel the waves. You know what I mean? Like it never goes away, um, but yeah, you're right, dude. Just like being insanely consistent will always be fruitful. I
Heck
love
yeah.
it.
All right, this was
Good
a good
stuff,
one.
man. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next Friday. Peace.
Cheers.